Hello and welcome to Crypto Weeklies. In this video, we analyze Marathon Holding and its stock Mara. None of the content is financial advice. It's a Bitcoin miner, so it's again falls into the umbrella of the wider crypto ecosystem. Bitcoin miners being the ones who work to generate Bitcoin using the mathematical proofs uh, and large and high-end hardware ecosystem. So one of the premier players of this ecosystem or this industry is Marathon Holdings. Again, they do have a daily production drop from 45 Bitcoin to 7 Bitcoin due to reduced operations in the winter. So again, that might be one of the reason why their stock is kind of down about 0.23% to 9%. Sorry. But again, this is again has been bleeding since about February 2024. Again, when the price reached $33, and miners did not do that well in the 2024-2025 bull run of Bitcoin. Again, lower highs even on its USD pair. The last high when Bitcoin made its all-time high in October 2025 was at around $22, which was the 0.23 fib level drawn from the 2021 high to the 2022 December 2022 early January 2023 low. So where does Mara go here? Again, this was requested by the community via comment on the YouTube channel based post. So if you are interested in further insights, you can comment on this video if you have any specific ask. Again, none of the content financial advice. I try to cover crypto asset class as much as possible. So the $22 level, again, that's the 0.236 fib level, which could be a interest of some interest if the continuation of the rally for this asset is possible in 2026. If not, again, the support, the next area of support is all the way at around $7.22. That's where the price spent a lot of time in 2023 and in most of 2023 and again in the drop of 2025. The price did come close to that level, but again the current level is more of a drop akin to the 2025 April drop. So next level at around $7, between $7.25 to $7.75, and the one after that around $3 level. That was the depths of the bear market drop of 2022. Largely speaking, again, from cycle to cycle, the lows for Mara have been again slightly better than the previous highs. So again, in terms of that, and again, if you look at Mara stock since 2013, whenever the price has been below the 200 week and the 300 week like it is now, typically it signals an accumulation zone. Right now, the 300 week simple moving average is at around $17. The 200 week is at around $14.35. So both of them are in a downtrend. Again, they were in a downtrend from May 2016 till about November 2020, and then there was a brief rally. Again, from its launch, again it has not done that well. Again, the major lows for Mara came in about 2020 March. So has been this has been quite a different asset to kind of monitor. In March 2020, the price was sub 20 to 30 sorry 35 cents. Now the price is slightly doing better than those lows. And in terms of the potential rally peaks to look for is the 20-week simple moving average and the 21-week exponential moving average, which is between $12.75 and $13.75. That range could be somewhat of a resistance in the short term if the rally were to continue, and that 50-week simple moving average is at around $14.50. That is again close enough to the 200-week simple moving average. So those two indicators could be interesting to watch over a larger period of time. You can see these are the monthly candles for Mara. Again, if you want to join the highs from cycle to cycle, you can see there is a clear descending line, which kind of this time around should have gone to at least 35 to $40, but has not gone. uh, Again, there was an early peak in February 2024, which was at that level. But again, back then the descending high structure would have merited a peak in Mara at around $56. So again, that did not get manifested. If we look at our own website and check out Mara related, oh, as it's a Bitcoin proxy, we do have a forecast analysis for Mara. Um, right now, again, if there is a bear market ahead of us, this model says that the price could go as low as about $3.75, which is again where the price essentially went in January 2023. That's still within the realms of possibility. Again, it would be still a higher low than the January 2023 drop, depending on how and the market matures between now and then. Again, the drop might be slightly less severe if the downturn only lasts for 3 months. Again, this assumes the downturn to last 6 months, but as the asset class has been in a downturn since October 2025, again, so for example, from peak to low, for that to form in 2021, the peak was in November 2021. The drop lasted for the entirety of 2022 and concluded on January 1st, 2023. So 1 year later, in 2020, starting October 2025, could be about October 2026. But again, the caveat to that is that the rally was much higher and spent a lot of time going up as well, from May 2020 till November 2021. So about 1.5 year, whereas over here from January 2023 till December 2023 essentially was the peak. So almost less than 1 year. And again, the rally wasn't that steep from $3 level to $30, which was a healthy 10x, but nowhere close to what happened in 2020 when the rally was from 45 cents to about $72, which was more than 150x of the low. So again, with that muted upside comes a good thing, which is a likely muted downside as well. If the underlying asset, which is Bitcoin that they hold on their balance sheet, continues to have diminishing losses, so that could still be within the realms of possibility. So all in all, Mara right now, again, as it stands from the machine learning model based perspective, the ceiling for the price action is at around $20. The current price is about 50% of that. So if the price were to go to $20, that would be a 2x of the current price. The base case, this pink line over here says that base case is at around $9.50, which could be between the current price and $9.50, which is slightly lower, high, lower, low structure, but with diminished volatility. That is what is expected in the base case scenario. But again, bear markets do happen, and if they happen, the drops tend to be severe. But again, personally speaking, again, the interpretation of this model says that again there could be a higher low that Mara achieved from the 2020 drop. Again, that bearish phase. Then again, 2023 was a higher low, and this time around could be also a slightly higher low than what was achieved in 2022. So the lows could be somewhere between $3.75 and about $5.48 if the downturn was only 3 months to 3.5 months rather than full blown 6 months of downturn. With that, I would like to conclude by saying, as the moving averages suggest, again, historically speaking, whenever both the longer term moving averages as well as the wider crypto market downturn kind of coincides with Mara, as this is my own website, would suggest that the peak value indicator, again, it's a good indicator to identify the overall asset class and its risk level right now. As it stands, as of January 27, 28, the risks are at around 0.25. They're not as low as they were back in April 2025 when they were in this blue color, but again, they are lower than what they were in December 2024 or a similar time period. The crypto social sentiment analysis is slightly bullish, but overall you can see from the narrative word cloud over here, which is the last 7 days of crypto related content related narratives. Again, the size of bearish narratives is higher than the size of bullish narratives, and if you add shorts and other bearish related narratives to it, you would feel that the overall market has kind of cooled off. The heat map, you can see these are some of the major cryptos. They are mostly down over the last 24 hours, 7 days. 30 days an exception, but 90 days again downturn, significant downturn in the asset class. And again, if you were to look for any major uh, correlations between price, again you would of Mara, you would likely visit what Bitcoin is doing. Has Bitcoin gone down enough based on its fair value? Again, that's the only concern per this regression model. Again, this time around, again, even if the bear market is slightly muted, it's very likely that Bitcoin at least goes below this gray line, which is currently at around between 78 and $79,000. Likely in the bear market of 2026, price drops below this gray line, and that hasn't happened yet. That's the only catalyst to look for in terms of Mara related accumulation. That is of key importance. Again, the others being, again, the distance between the price and the time weighted average price for Bitcoin is also of a concern. Again, during the bearish drop, that the size of this distance, although in terms of raw numbers could be high, but in terms of proportion between 20%, let's say 30% higher than the time weighted average price, would still be somewhere close to 35 to 40k. That hasn't happened yet. Again, this is as of today. If the time weighted average price in December is at around 30k, the 30% on that would be somewhere close to 39k to 45k distance. Or again, the potential lows for Bitcoin could be between 39k and 45k. So that hasn't happened yet. So those are the two indicators that I wanted to highlight related to Mara related analysis. With that, I would like to conclude. Hope you enjoyed the content. If you did, please give a like and subscribe, and check out all of these indicators. Again, not financial advice, but these have indicators are derived using sound machine learning models, again developed in-house statistical frameworks and data analysis. So hope you enjoyed the content, and hope to see you again tomorrow. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye bye.